I'm Sarah, and this is Chris and Isaac. And we were interested in the composting toilet because I think that we heard that it was really important to specifically a few staff members, and it sounded really interesting because we use well water here for the toilets, and water is a really precious resource, except we poop in it. So we were just really intrigued to try to make it more sustainable here in that way with the water.
Yeah. So a composting toilet.
What it actually is it takes human waste and it converts them over a period of time into compost. It's a material we can use on the soil without it actually being harmful. Our idea is to use it in the orchard as using it in the vegetable garden, even though it's perfectly safe, might skeeve some people out. So on the orchard, it's not going actually on what people eat, but is still enriching the soil. And typically you'd add sawdust. And I think one of the most interesting challenges is we really wanted to get the material that would help the composting go ahead. We wanted it to be ash, since Woolman produces a lot of ash because we burn a lot of fires on days like today. And but that would produce lye and generally doesn't work for a climate like Woolman has. So, and then we also needed time and guidance. So those were some other obstacles. And we did some surveys, and we put posters up in almost every bathroom of Woolman, which I'm sure some of you saw and wrote interesting things on. But we basically asked when people, it was totally anonymous, so it wasn't, but basically we asked when people used the bathroom and if they peed or if they pooped. And the times and where they used the bathrooms was really beneficial for us to starting to come up with an idea of where the toilet should be, because we wanted to be accessible to everyone. We wanted to actually be used. We were thinking initially of putting it up by the pond, but no one's going to walk all the way up there to use the bathroom. So, yeah, that was the other interesting thing. The kitchen bathroom adjoining the kitchen had the most usage, and I think a lot of the reason for that was because otherwise you have to go outside to get to it. Second most was women's west side bathroom, men's west side bathroom, and yeah, so male students tend to pee outside, and that's why there's a lot less use in the men's west side bathroom. And we're protecting our territory from bears. And yeah. So yeah, this is just more information, numbers. Yeah, okay, keep going. So the location, we want the location to be accessible, beautiful, and we wanted there to be privacy. So we were thinking of having it have a view and look out over something, but obviously not where people could see in. So maybe have a rope there saying it was occupied on the other side. Those are some ideas we floated around.
So we also had the idea of putting raised earth beds around it, around the composting toilet, and the herbs that we wanted to use, the point of them was kind of for smell and beautification. And what would happen is when it was the season, the herbs would be growing outside in the raised beds, and they can be moved to pots, obviously, when they need to be. And we were thinking that if one wanted to, they could, if lavender, for example, take some lavender and bury it with the sawdust as well, and also make cheesecloth, put it in the cheesecloth. These are some scented herbs that could go in it, and it would just be nice and smell nice and make it a pleasant experience, because some people are a little turned off by going to the bathroom outside without flushing toilets and stuff like that. So I was really passionate about that.
What are we doing?
So,
It doesn't matter. We're just gonna do our thing here.
so we realized, well, we had kind of had a slow start to the project. We kind of realized maybe halfway through that it wasn't really realistic that we were going to build a whole toilet during our semester. So so Greg gave us the idea of maybe building a mini one, a model, not one they've actually used. So I asked Tyler if we could build one. He said, "Yeah, good idea." And so we built one. Well, Tyler mostly built it, but all right. So the idea of it is that this is going to be underground. It's going to be sort of on an incline. I can't pick it up. It's going to be on an incline, and so this part is going to be underground, and it's going to have walls on it, and these are probably going to be a little shorter. But so when you poop, it's going to go into here, and you're going to put sawdust on it like that. And we're only going to be using one side of it at a time, so that as people are using, so we're going to start off using this side here. And then when this gets filled up, we move to this one, so this has time to decompose and turn into mulch, so we can use it. Then we take it out, while this one is being used, it goes back over, and there's nothing in here. So, that's how it works. And we're thinking of having maybe one side open, so you can have a nice view, kind of, so you have something cool to look at while you're going to the bathroom. And
we were also thinking of putting a radio in there. Just because it's quiet outdoors and that's a little.
Are there any questions?
I have a question. Do you have the ideal location picked out?
No. We're working on it.
Any suggestions?
In the orchard.
In the orchard?
Yeah.
Facing up the hill.
Because it's close to the highest use.
What about when people are picking apples though?
That doesn't.
Oh, people use it there.
Have the open door facing like out of the orchard. You can look at the orchard and the cows and stuff.
Like
it's
a
close to
bubble.
where you're going to use it.
Yeah, like on the far bubble.
The cows would treat
that's a great idea.
Although the little far. No, there's right.
Oh.
From what I understand, we have a lot of materials here that we could use, and I think it's not really so much a question of cost, but more finding the time to do it.
I think the biggest thing would be getting the concrete poured down for the two chambers underneath. Other than that,
Because it's really just the concrete underneath, but you have to dig a lot, and then the wood. That's it. So, just for resources.
Can you pee and poop in it?
yes, but I mean it's for poop primarily, but a little pee is not going to hurt.
I mean, you can just, if you need to pee, you can just go into a regular toilet and not flush if you're concerned about water. And, like, people do that.
It's yellow, have yellow, it's brown.
Yeah.
Karen?
Yeah, did you check with the county about the legality of it?
No.
The reason I asked that, because a couple semesters ago, the students built a little building down by our house for a composting toilet, and then we're told that one can't go here because it's against the county rules.
I think it's, I remember hearing some stuff about where you put the compost that is probably has legal issues, but
We'd have to look into that.
Thank you.
Better ask for forgiveness.